guys, and welcome to my channel. This is a support group requested video, and the question was, how do we let go of trauma? Let's talk about it. Trauma is just that. It's trauma, something that can really devastate someone's life. All right, so how do we let go of it? And this might sound a little contrary to someone who's experienced holding on to trauma, but yeah, you have to embrace it. Now, you might be thinking, how am I going to let go of something by holding on to it? Well, let's talk about it, because chances are you've already been holding on to it, and that certainly hasn't allowed you to let go of it. But it's how you hold on to that trauma and what you're doing with it while you're holding on to it. Are you holding on to this trauma and empowering it and growing it into your life, therefore not allowing it to be a part of your past, but actually inviting it to be a part of your present? That's one thing that could definitely be going on in a lot of cases. Now, my suggestion to embrace it is just stemming from the fact that us as humans have a tendency to run from things that make us uncomfortable. So, if we're not embracing something, chances are we could be running from it. And can we run forever? Are human beings even built to be able to just run nonstop? Absolutely not. We'll eventually get tired, we'll get out of breath, we'll get exhausted from that. And guess what? We'll try to run all we want, and there it will still be, you guys. So by number one, embracing this trauma, it will allow you or give you the opportunity to step out of denial, to get into your logic and facts about the situation, to move towards an acceptance of, yes, I did experience that. And while we're on the topic of experiences, I want you guys to also work on your relationship with trauma. You may need to redefine how you view and see trauma, period. And then how you will view it as it has happened in your life. That trauma that you experienced was just that, an experience. It doesn't have to become a part of you. A lot of people define themselves by the things that they've experienced in life, as far as just carrying it with them on the side of their hips when they introduce themselves to people, when they're describing themselves and what they've been through. And it disempowers you, actually. It's a disempowerment, because you're nobody's victim. Okay? You had an experience. And yes, it was a painful experience in that moment. And you'll have to work to heal on any bruises or psychological, mental, even physical residues that left over from that experience. But it is not you. It is an experience. Okay, can it shape you? Can it define you? Yes, but I want it to do that in the most uplifting fashion as possible. So once you allow the trauma to be an experience, it then can actually allow you to leave it in the past. Yeah, it's something that I went through back then, but it's not being carried with me now and robbing me of being able to be in the moment and be present and feel peace of mind now. So we have to strip that trauma of any authority or control that we're allowing it to have to invade our now. It's not the boogie monster. It's not this powerful thing. All right? So we definitely need to do that. The other thing is, we're going to learn how to de-stress. A lot of times when we don't know how to let go of trauma, is we actually don't know how to self-soothe ourselves. A lot of times we may not know or have healthy ways to manage the stresses of life, generally speaking. So when a trauma comes, it's going to knock you over one way or another, because you don't have a lot of good coping mechanisms and things that can help you learn how to de-stress. All right? So when we're learning how to de-stress, on the biggest of picture, we're actually learning how to embrace our spirit and our soul at the same token. So if we want to let go of trauma, we're definitely going to have to not be so focused on the 3 dimension, which is what a lot of time happens in the trauma where we're focused on the chains of events that happened, and we're not seeing the highest level of things, and that's our spirit and our souls and energy and all those type of elements that we tend to start neglecting when we get so three-dimensional about the trauma. All right, so now is going to be a time to tap into your spirituality, and some of us are stronger or weaker in that department. All right, along with that, we're going to learn how to compartmentalize. You know, we have over 85,000 thoughts a day, and a lot of times we'll let something run through our mind, but we can take that authority to say, nope, this isn't the time for that. I'm going to compartmentalize. All right, I have my therapy sessions, because some of us need that when we're needing help to redefine it, because we don't know how to define it or see it in any other way than our own understanding at that time. So yeah, you might need help with that. And that's where you hire a professional, a therapist, a psychotherapist, or get coaching. That's something that I offer you guys. Or you might have an elder in your community that can bestow this wisdom on you. Or, it doesn't have to be one or the other. You might have a whole bunch of bats on your tree. You know what? I got coaching. I got therapists through my insurance. I have the wisdom of my mother or this elder. I have my pastor, my spiritual advisor. I have my mentor. So someone that you can trust to be vulnerable with. Okay? Now, yeah, we're going to compartmentalize, you guys, so that we can say, all right, well, I have my sessions weekly, and I'm going to save this for then. I'll journal it for now. I'll make a note of it, and I'll address it then. You don't have to let things just run through your mind, because then now your productivity is, getting swiped, and then it subjects yourself to depression, something that trauma usually brings with it. Now, how far this depression grows and how deep it penetrates your life, that's going to depend on you knowing that you're depressed and knowing how to combat that, or how to intercept yourself when you feel yourself slipping into that energy. All right, so I really hope that this conversation is helping this survivor, begin to think about how she could let go of trauma. Okay, if this has helped you, make sure that you hit that like button. If you have any video requests, you can go ahead on and request them down underneath this video. If you have any advice for this person on how to let go of the trauma, make sure you give it to them. Now, Spirit has just put this on me real quick, and this is another reason why I tell people, listen to my whole video even when you think it's over, because I'm a vessel and things come through me. Spirit has also told me to just point out another reason why some people cannot let go of trauma is because they keep it in their life, and not just because they're holding on to the memory, but they're still actively involved with that person, place, or things that has caused the trauma to them. So can we be double-tongued? Can we ask God or want the universe to remove these traumas from us while we're still in bed with them, so to speak? So I definitely want to mention that too, about letting go of trauma, because we can't have our cake and eat it too in that way. We can in other ways, but we certainly can't in this type of way. Right? So you can't still be in bed with the toxicity and expect the trauma to go away. As a matter of fact, we'll then be inviting additional things to be piling up on our plates. All right. So I just wanted to insert that really quick as something really important that, just came through me. With that being said, you guys, I always enjoy talking and having these discussions with you guys. There are a few more videos that I will be putting up that were requested from my support group. And if you would like to become a part of this support group, I have a private one and a public one that I run on Facebook. Those links will be beneath this video as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, the best ways that you can actually do it is by hitting the like button. put some energy behind this video, and then people who would not have bumped into this channel get more of an opportunity. YouTube does have an algorithm, and it does get based off of activity and energy put behind videos. This is a beautiful channel to promote, as over 700 videos are here to help people on their journey, increasing their emotional maturity, heal from their traumas, understand psychology, and just become, more holistic and feeling like they're feeding their well-being and nurturing their soul and spirit. All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, of course, never give up on yourself. Continue to do the work, and until next time, please take care.